Some mornings, the world feels softer. The air hums with a quiet kind of peace. You wake up before the alarm, and for some reason, the day already feels right. Coffee tastes better. Music sounds warmer. Even the light through your window falls in a way that makes you breathe slower. And then there are the other days. Days when everything drags. When the same light feels harsh. The same path feels heavy. And it's as if life is slightly out of tune. We usually call that coincidence, or mood, or luck. But what if it's not luck at all? What if the only thing that changes is your frequency? Because everything around you, everything you can touch, think, or dream of, is made of energy. The screen you're looking at, the sound of this voice, the thoughts running through your mind right now, every single thing vibrates. And those vibrations form the fabric of your reality. When you understand that, you start to see that nothing really happens to you. It happens through you. The world isn't separate from you. It's constantly responding, echoing the signal you're sending into it. Every thought has a charge. Every emotion has a vibration. Every word carries a tone that ripples outward. And all of that becomes the frequency you broadcast, whether you mean to or not. So when you keep seeing the same patterns, the same lessons dressed in new faces, it's not because life is cruel or random. It's because energy always seeks balance. The same vibration will keep returning until it's understood, until it's released, until you shift it. You don't change your life by fighting the world outside of you. You change it by tuning the energy within you. Because the energy within you is the world outside of you. Think of your energy like music. When it's harmonious, the world dances with you. When it's out of tune, even the simplest notes sound wrong. The key isn't to force the song back into rhythm. It's to listen closely enough that you can feel where it drifts and let it find its tone again. That's what awareness is. It's not control. It's listening. There's something beautiful that happens when you stop chasing and start noticing. You begin to feel the subtle movements of life. The way certain people light you up. The way some rooms make you smaller. The way silence can be full of information. Energy speaks in sensations long before it speaks in words. It's the warmth in your chest when something feels right. The pull in your gut when it doesn't. The ease that tells you, this way. Or the tension that whispers, not this one. Your body is always reading the room before your mind does. You've just learned to ignore it. But when you slow down enough to listen, you realize how intelligent energy is. It's not mystical. It's responsive. You can feel this right now. The vibration between thoughts. The stillness between breaths. It's subtle, but it's alive. You're not imagining it. You're feeling the field that connects everything. That field doesn't judge. It doesn't reward or punish. It simply mirrors what you hold inside. Not because it's trying to teach you a lesson, but because that's what energy does. So if you're holding fear, it echoes that frequency. If you're holding peace, it echoes that too. If you shift your vibration, the mirror shifts instantly. That's how change begins quietly from within. The funny thing about energy is that it doesn't need effort to move. It needs permission. It needs awareness. When you resist an emotion, you trap it. When you name it, you release it. You don't raise your vibration by pretending to be positive. You raise it by being honest enough to feel what's real and gentle enough to let it pass through you. Because every feeling, even the painful ones, is just energy trying to move. And once it moves, it transforms. Think of the moments when you felt deeply alive. Not excited, not thrilled, but alive. Maybe you were watching the sunset. Maybe you were walking alone at night, and the air felt still but full. Or maybe you were holding someone's hand and didn't need to say anything. That aliveness, that quiet, present awareness, is your natural frequency. That's who you are underneath the noise. The mind likes to complicate it, but energy is simple. It doesn't care about time or logic or proof. It responds to alignment. When you begin to understand energy, you realize manifestation isn't something you do. It's something you become aware of. Every dream, every intention, every someday you hold, it already exists in the field, vibrating at its own frequency. You don't pull it in by force. You tune yourself to it through emotion, focus, and presence. That's why gratitude feels so magnetic. It raises your frequency to match the energy of having. That's why love heals. It dissolves resistance and brings coherence. And that's why stillness feels powerful. It's the space where all frequencies can find harmony again. You can test this in small ways. When you wake up tomorrow, before you check your phone, just take one deep breath and ask, what energy do I want to bring into today? Not what you want to get, but what you want to be. If you choose calm, watch how the day unfolds differently. If you choose gratitude, notice how even ordinary moments seem to glow. You're not controlling the world. You're communicating with it. And the more consistent your vibration, the clearer your reflection becomes. You might not notice the shift at first. It starts quietly. A little more peace in your mornings. A little less noise in your thoughts. People around you soften. Opportunities seem to line up. That's not coincidence. That's coherence. That's you becoming a clear signal in a noisy world. And the more you live from that signal, the more life rearranges itself to match it. It's not that the world becomes easier. You just stop fighting its rhythm. Energy is always teaching us through experience. Not with words, but with feeling. So when something doesn't flow, instead of judging it, listen. What vibration is this moment asking for? Sometimes it's patience. Sometimes it's forgiveness. Sometimes it's just rest. Every block is really just an invitation to align deeper. The lesson isn't in fixing the world. It's in learning to feel the current beneath it. Because that current, that invisible pulse, is you. And when you realize that, you stop trying so hard to manifest. You start allowing. You start trusting. You start remembering that what you want isn't separate from who you are. You are already the vibration of peace, the vibration of abundance, the vibration of love. Everything else is just layers waiting to fall away. So as you listen to this, take one more slow breath. Let it sink in that the same energy moving galaxies is moving through you right now. It's not something you have to earn. It's not something you can lose. It's what you are. And every time you remember that, you come home to your true frequency. The one that doesn't chase, doesn't fear, doesn't force. It simply resonates. That's the space where life flows effortlessly, where things and people align at the right time, where your energy and the universe speak the same language again. And this is where we begin. In the next chapter, we'll explore how the energy you send out becomes the reality you live in. How every emotion, word, and choice is not just expression, but creation. Until then, stay present, stay soft, and keep listening to the quiet hum beneath everything. Because that hum, that rhythm, is you. Welcome to Silent Magnet, the space for self-growth, manifestation, and spiritual awakening.